Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. Tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life, you know you can't pretend. The days pass by, baby, set in stone. But it's not too late now for you to change your tone. Don't speak. Don't speak. Open your soul. Don't harden your heart. Don't speak. Don't speak. Open your soul. Don't harden your heart.
Unmute yourself, Michelle.
That good?
Yes, I could hear you.
All right. Those millennials, you can't. I got to pay them extra tonight. See, I got to take them to dinner.
Oh my goodness. Well, today is Friday. You might want to turn your computer down a little bit, or if you're on, I don't know what you're on your cell phone, but I need to see. There you go. I see you.
All right. All right.
I see you. Okay, great. So nope. And you don't have a great cell service because you're frozen. We'll let her figure out her cell service. So welcome everybody. It is Friday, February 13th, and it's 5 o'clock. And there's not too much to share again this week. I do want to urge you all, I'm going to drop in the chat that we still need, we have one bus full and I need another bus full of retirees to come up to Albany on lobby day with us. We provide you with your lunch and dinner. So far the bus, we have two buses. One bus is leaving from Manhattan by City Hall. And if the other bus, if I get enough people from like the Long Island, Queens area, we can move that bus to Queens for everyone to come from there. But we are doing a full lobby day and you will be getting an email as you register. Well, I guess after you register with us, I'll try to do them periodically and catch up on that this weekend, because we did schedule, I think, for the 26th to do our first lobby day training to help educate you guys on what we're doing and show you like where we're going to go, who we're going to talk to, and what we're going to do. So I think I got Michelle back. Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, that's good.
It's been an adventure. I do my phone and whatever I do at home. That's it. Okay.
I know, it's crazy. So that is for let's see. That is for the February 26th, 6 p.m. Zoom. That'll be for those who want to come with us. We have two bus captains already that have signed up, so that's really kind of cool to have. They'll be helping get all of you corralled and on the bus, and then also going back. So please make sure that you do sign up. I just posted it down in the chat to sign up. And it was in the newsletter that you got over the week, I guess earlier in the week, where I promoted this event. I tried to make sure I got it to you in time. So you have all of that good information. Let's see, what else? Everyone knows Michelle, right? Michelle's our secretary and our chief organizer for our organization. You've seen her at all of our events and she keeps us moving.
Okay.
There you go. I know.
Yes.
You're going to have a good weekend?
I'm hopeful. Headed to the Black and Puerto Rican caucus for a day. See who I can run into.
You'll see
You know,
Tanisha up there.
that's good. That's good.
Yep, I will make sure. Well, text her because she'll catch up with you probably.
Beautiful.
And our TWU retirees were headed up there as well, so you'll see them up there too. On the side of your, are you on a laptop or a phone?
I'm on a laptop.
Okay, so do you see on the side of your screen, you'll see all the comments by people?
It says start a conversation. I'm reluctant to touch anything because I'm all thumbs here, you know. It does say start a conversation.
Just look at comments. You might see a little thing that says at the top comments.
Comments, yes, I see that.
Yep. And now you'll see if you click it, it should move us to the side.
Yes,
and
everybody's there. Everybody's there.
There you see. So you see Long Beach and you see Ellen.
Yeah,
so let's see. Welcome. Ellen says, Kevin Sheehan Mayo Pack is offering rides to Albany for Lobby Day and will take me. He's also willing to give others from our area rides. I'll be with him. That's fantastic. Beautiful. And remember too, there's a group from Staten Island trying to also get together. So and that's what I should do. Forgot to do that. Mary Ann Berto asked me to do that last week and I forgot. So let me write that down so I don't forget. Mary Ann Berto from Staten Island. So if there's any Staten Islanders that wanted to travel together, there's a group that wants to go from Staten Island to Manhattan for the bus.
How many people do we have already?
We probably have about, I think, one bus full, so like 50-ish people.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So it should be pretty good. Long Beach says, I'm freezing. I'm freezing? Let me see if I change my Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll be better.
Yeah, you want it first. Mm-hmm.
Michelle's frozen. Am I frozen too? Disappeared. I'm good. All right. So you caught up. I just changed Wi-Fi streams because my internet cable died. So now I have to keep using Wi-Fi to do this. And it's always better not to do it on Wi-Fi. It's better to actually be plugged in, but I need to go get another cable tomorrow. So yes, I know I froze, old man labor. It should catch up in now unfrozen Mary Ann. I don't know. It is what it is. So let's see what else is in the chat. Long Beach says, I honestly don't feel safe traveling to Long Island at 7:30 p.m. from Manhattan. Well, and this is Long Beach. This is where you find a few people that are traveling to your area and you travel together as a group. That would definitely help. Or, you find someone that, I think travel with a group. That would be better. Find someone. And when the board is open, the Facebook page is open, and I can start a thread for travel. I'll start that thread as soon as this is over, where you can go up on our page, even though we're going to be closed for the weekend and we won't reopen till Tuesday because it's President's Day. So what you can do is on this one thread of carpooling, I'll make a carpool thread and you guys collaborate with who you're going to travel with. That way you can come back and forth together. Sherry Seidman, anyone have medication switch to a specialty medication with Accredo? So there's many people using Accredo, Sherry. Okay, let's see. I should be unfrozen, right, guys? Yes. Okay, good. Jean-Luc, I actually just forwarded your message again today when I saw it back to OLR. How do I find out what NYC EPPO tier I'm in and if pharmacy is added to my plan? I actually saw your message on that. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, what tier you are in. Do you, I don't know what you mean by tier. and if pharmacy is added to my plan. So what union are you in? Because I honestly know you told me like last week, and I don't remember. Oh, they answered yes. Okay. So then why are you asking me? Because they were supposed to call you today. Did they call you today? Do you tell me what union you're in first? Every time anyone asks us a question, where's my Katie? Katie trained you guys good, and then you all forgot. Anytime you ask me a question, I need to know Medicare, pre-Medicare, and what union you're in, because that would definitely help me answer these questions. I don't know. Yes, they answer. There must be a delay here. Hey, John, how are you? A little slow. So while Jean-Luc is coming up with questions, here he goes. Oh, that's right. Your painters said that it would be updated in 48 hours, but it wasn't. Did they answer you today? Because I literally gave this to them again today and asked them to reach out to you. DC 9, Local 1969. Okay, so I am very unfamiliar with your union other than knowing you guys are the painters. So I have a question for you. Do you have a union welfare fund? And does that union welfare fund provide you with a prescription, vision, and dental plan? That's my next question. While you're writing, I'm going to go on. Zach says, where do retirees stand on the issue of, does the mayor have the option? The mayor always has the option to put people into Medicare Advantage. Will they, is the question.
That's where we come in. We put the pressure on them.
Right. And what we're trying to do, right, is codify it in legislation so that we don't have to deal with that. And
Exactly.
Every union should be behind this, because if they're not, then what they're really saying is they want to be able to put you into Medicare Advantage, because there should be no reason why they would fight that. But they'll be exposing themselves shortly if they continue to do that. John, I still don't see your message, but I'll be hanging on for that.
Hang it in there. Okay.
I know.
We are blessed to have Marianne.
No,
you guys.
only vision, dental, and a $1,600 med. Yeah, because I believe you're a small city union. You're a small union. So then you are most likely, if you have a pension stub, look on your pension stub or log into your pension account, which is probably NICERS, and you will see that you are probably paying a deduction, a premium for the drug plan. Yes. Okay. So then you are on the city drug plan. Yep. So let's see. Let me slide back to your question. How do I find out what NYC EPPO tier I'm in? I don't think there's no tiers. And if pharmacy is added to the plan. So if you're paying the premium for the drug rider, you're on the drug rider. So you do have a plan. Tier. And what I'm thinking you're talking about is copay tiers. Can you tell me if I'm correct? I wish there was a way to can I pull you? Nope, I can't even pull you in here. Because then we could have a conversation. So he'll have to let me know. So for everyone else, while we're still waiting for this, I want to do something really special. I know probably everyone's busy today because we're kind of slim on numbers, but I want to do something.
Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's. So they're all out. Well, that's tomorrow.
Find their lovers, I guess. What can I say?
You love the one you're with.
That's true.
I know. Let's see. Zach says, Do you have a sense if we will be put out in Medicare Advantage, concerned about budget? And that is the concern, Zach, because we've been told it is still a possibility, which is why we're pushing the legislation. And even if this mayor chooses not to do it, there's still another mayor that could do it, unless, of course, we look at preserving our benefits in legislation. That's why we're doing this. William, tell him to look at the formulary for the drug tier. Oh, he's talking about formulary drug tiers. Hold on, William. He's asking more. So I was on the park payroll until the 28th of January. Well, congratulations. That's after my birthday. I got my first pension check February 28th. Okay, so then you are brand new to the drug plan. Right? So you're right in the beginning. Give me more on what your question is. Let's see. Camille says, I sent your video debunking Adrian Adams' lies about our bills to Julie Chin, who ran for Nassau County Legislature in support of retirees. Also, Bob Holden's interview with the city and state. Oh, that's great. Many members would opt out of MA regardless of financial losses. And yes, but remember, David, what they were trying to do the last time was you could opt out of Medicare Advantage, but when the city ended all other healthcare plans, you were forced to purchase a Medicare supplement on the marketplace, which meant they interpreted that as you were waiving your healthcare benefits for the city of New York for you and your entire family because you are the member. So you could not waive your benefits, right? Remember when they said that, Michelle?
I remember it quite well. It's called Stir the Pot. I remember it quite well.
Thank you. You're going to hop on your computer. You know what I'm going to do, since your questions seem to be in depth? I'm going to see if I can email you a link and maybe squeeze you in here with me and Michelle.
Yeah, he's brand new. So I understand the questions. I do.
Yeah. I know.
You found the right place, by the way, by being brand new. You did find the right place. We just trying to get all the comments in as quickly as we can.
And he knows that. We've been trying to help him. It's basically the city's been screwing stuff up, and that's been part of the problem. So, let's see. Control C. Let's go over. He's a newbie.
Yeah.
And that's great. So what is your plan while we are while you're up in Albany?
As I said, to visit the family. My daughter's getting ready to get married this year. So I came up to say hello and what have you. And her husband was out. She was working from home today. He just came in. As soon as he came in, he knew everything again. Where to get computers on? What are you trying to do? So just happy to have them here. Tomorrow morning early, I'll get up and go the Black and Puerto Rican caucus. I always visited while I was with the union. All types of things to see. It was a way of getting up and not personal, but up in finding out these legislators, because they're all out there to shine. They run workshops and such. I don't get into all the workshops that much anymore. I actually, woman, not man, woman the table of AFL-CIO, if you can believe that, because I was the former president of the the women, the Central Labor Council, the Coalition of Labor Union Women. So we'll be up there amongst other constituency groups, just trying to get new members in. That's what we'll do. But while that's happening, I know a lot of folks, so they'll venture over to the table and I'll try to see them and get the 411. There was a big 411 last night, a big 411. It's a change of hats at the upcoming convention of ASME. If folks haven't heard already, it's been said that the president, the big executive there, Lee Saunders, as well as the treasurer, they will be stepping off. They will be retiring as of the summer of this year. So we, as Marianne says, we still have a lot to worry about. Who comes? Who's going to step up next? Which side will they be on? So it's the constant grind. It is.
Yep.
That's the latest. After 14 years, by the way. 20 years. And prior to that, he was with, I forgot the other brother who was before that, but he was his right arm there. So it's been, we talk about the oligarchs, it's almost the same thing. It's been that same, So they have a convention, I think it's in Chicago, upcoming in July, and that's when it's all going to happen. All those elections, it'll be warm. It'll be warm here this weekend too, because a lot of these folks, they have a lot of elections going on as well.
I know.
So, they want to touch the stars.
Absolutely. Let's see. This one says, can you please schedule some open much time for people who switch Medicare expenses plans to share firsthand experiences? What do you mean by who switch Medicare expense plans? Are you meaning the people who took a Medicare Part D plan on the marketplace?
Maybe you mean Medicare Advantage.
No, Matthew knows Medicare Advantage is garbage. He switched what plan, though? Switched drug plans? Camille says, I hope AFSCME will retire from our DC 37 Retirees Association. He said, sorry for the typo. Okay, he's probably connecting something.
They may be coming that way anyway, because we're really running the Retirees Association.
Yeah.
Anyway, quite frankly. So you don't know. It may be coming that way anyway.
So if there are people that are out there that's changed drug plans, you left the city drug plan. There's been so many people who've had this problem. We want to be able to get you guys to talk a little bit about it, and let Matthew is interested in some conversation about how you guys like your new drug plan that's not connected to the city, because there's many people who have a outside drug plan on the marketplace and they like it. The cost is way less, and they're recognizing that's, paying the $180 a month was kind of ridiculous, but at least that way it would help you communicate about how you like it. Now, remember, you can change the drug plan. You can change your drug plan with the Medicare up until December 7th. And there's only very few instances in which you would have a special open enrollment. I think we just lost John Luke. Hold on.
He'll be back up. He'll be back up.
I just saw him and I went to go to another screen and he disappeared. Mm-hmm. John Luke, if you are there, if you can hear me, come back in. So Zach, you keep asking the same questions over and 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 over again, over and over again. Zach, where'd Zach go? Zach, you asked me the same questions in an email over and over and over again. And we keep emailing you back and we keep giving you the same information. And we keep telling you, go back to the court case on our documents, go back on our website and go look for those updates. So I'm not going to keep repeating them because nothing has changed. When this organization has something to update you on, we will tell you. I see Jean-Luc. Okay, hold on. Let me bring him on. This will be like our first guest. Hold on. Hi.
Now we got a party going on. Okay.
I know.
We can hear you. Yes.
All right. Ask your question now so I could answer it like in less than 30 minutes.
Basically, we did contact OLR, and my wife did actually added you to the email feed, and she did respond the next day, a lady by the name of Gloria.
Yes.
And she said that that they corrected everything and that it should be up within 48 hours, which is it's been more than 48 hours. And we went to the NYCPPO website and didn't really see anything change. And honestly, I wouldn't even know if it changed because it's hard to, navigate.
What are you looking for changes? What do you need?
Because basically what I noticed is I'm on the basic plan on my check, but that check is the check that I was looking at was my on payroll check, because I was on payroll until, like I said, January 28th. And it just said basic plan, and they weren't deducting the pharmacy, which when I did the retirement paperwork, I handed in the paperwork for OLR to put me on the pharmacy plan too. And when we go to the pharmacy, we're getting like medications that are not covered, and then I go on the site and it doesn't on the NYC EPPO site, for the insurance, it doesn't. I don't even know how to look up.
So let's ask the first question. Did you create a account on the Emblem portal for you and your family?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You did. Okay, great.
And I could see my cards, and she actually, the lady Gloria from OLR, said that that I should see an update within 48 hours, like I said, but also make sure that the cards are updated too, because they will be different. Now, I'm not sure if I have to wait for the whole month, because this is my first month on payroll on pension. So do I have to wait for the whole month to see that change, or like you said, 48 hours?
I'm not really worried about the change. I'm worried about if you can log into your account on Emblem's portal and you can download your card if you don't have one. They're saying they can't hear you, so speak closer to your microphone, wherever that is. So he's asking about using the NYC EPPO plan. And my guidance to you is to make sure, if you haven't created an account in Emblem, that you do so. And there's a way for you to also create accounts for your family members. When you're in the portal, you should be able, because you probably didn't receive your cards yet.
We did. We received our cards previous to this, because I was on the Blue Cross Blue Shield plan previously, and they moved us to this new plan. And so I got all the paperwork with the cards and everything, but it didn't include the pharmacy. Okay,
so Emblem told you that you do have a pharmacy card, correct?
No, I don't. Not. I guess it's because it's hard to explain, because I'm in transition from being on payroll to pension.
Okay, but still, what you need to do is go and create an account in Emblem's portal. Inside Emblem's portal is a pharmacy tab.
Okay.
Right? So you should be able to get your medications. You should be able to register within Emblem's portal, where there's a pharmacy tab. Some people were doing it directly, because you're all NYC EPPO, correct? None of you are Medicare.
No.
Okay. So you're going to log into Emblem's portal. There's a pharmacy tab somewhere in there. I'm not pre-Medicare, so I can't tell you where that is, but you're going to look for where that is. And then there's a process for you. And there's a whole thing on Emblem's website. Let me see if I quickly grab that link.
I'm trying to see if I can get in there too.
And for all of those people that are having similar problems, I'm going to walk you right through that again. Is Emblem's website. Okay, let me come back to you. I'm going to drop this link in the chat right now. And let's see if it'll let me share my screen. Okay. So this is the Emblem portal that I just dropped in the chat and on the side chat.
Yes.
So when you get here, you're going to scroll down and you can notice that this is emblemhealth.com. It's the City of New York, NYC EPPO plan. This tells you key details about your drug coverage. There's a quick start link here. This is watch a video on how to use the portal. and then finding pharmacy near you, right? So if you were to click prescription drug coverages, quick start, here's an instruction on what you need to do. Do you see this instruction PDF that just popped up?
Yes.
Okay. And then it tells you how to
Navigate.
yeah, how to start. Okay. So let me come back to you. And let's see. Sent. Okay, so what I'm going to do is in the email that I just sent to you a second ago with the link to join Michelle and I'm going to send you the link to join that page so that you could do it after we get off, and then follow those instructions. So it'll at least explain to you how to get that process going and going into the portal. Now, by Monday, if you're still having issues with that, then we follow back up. But I literally did, when I saw your email this morning, I sent it back to Glory to say, hey, we're still having issues. Okay. So,
I guess my wife, because I know my wife, I think she just emailed Gloria and the health benefits at the OLR.
Yeah, she emailed a little bit of everybody, but I made sure Gloria got it personally, and I messaged her. I
trying to be aggressive with trying to get this fixed. Because she's actually the one who needs the medication. It's me. I'm good, but she's the one who needs the medications, and that's why we're trying to figure this out.
Okay, so if on your call, you should first do the, you should first check through the portal for that information and creating the Prime account. You should be able to download a card, or there should be information on your card that you have a drug plan associated with it. That would definitely help you.
Yeah, I mean, I have it pulled up. I'm signed into the Emblem Health website, and I mean, it has a member ID, the group, and the group number.
Okay, so still look, I'm going to suggest again, when we're off of this, because I'll let you go in a second, but please go and look for the pharmacy section of that portal, because you should be able to create an account to access that, and then find your medication. It should show whatever medications that you do have in your portal or what you were getting by mail delivery. Because you're pre-Medicare, the both of you only have access to use Amazon delivery for your delivery prescriptions, or you can use a retail pharmacy. But please try to find that. Use the link that I gave you, because if you're having trouble creating that account through the Emblem portal, you can do it through the Prime Therapeutics portal as well. And there's instructions on that website to do that, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right, cool. So let me know what happens Monday if you can't figure that out, but hopefully Gloria does contact you. Between your wife's email and mine, I think you'll get an answer, okay?
Well, and she's, like I said, she's aggressive, and
that's okay.
That's for health. You got to stay vigilant.
That's why I married her.
No excuse. Happy Valentine's Day.
Same to you guys. Enjoy.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us today. You have a great weekend.
Yes.
Thank you, Mary.
All right, bye, hon. Okay, so let's go back. So actually, with 115 people here, what I want to do is highlight a little bit on, let me see if I could add, can I add that in? No, I can't add that in. Okay, so what I want to do is there's one of our retirees, and his name was Dan Stromer, and he's turning 100 years old this weekend. So what I'd like to quickly do is send him a little video where we're saying happy birthday to him, because they're having a party for him. And I want to be able to send him well wishes. Yeah, so for the next couple seconds, let me just turn on my video so I can record our little chat here. If all of you just want to start typing happy birthday to Dan, he'll be 100 tomorrow. If you remember Dan's video, when we did the retiree video, shocked me.
That's to scare us.
Let me go back down. Hold on. And if you remember who Dan is, we did a video of Dan that received an award from the French government for his time in service. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Everyone says, happy birthday, Dan. Look at that. I love that. And his daughter, Michelle, is also a civil servant retiree as well, the whole family.
Beautiful.
This was really cool. So thank you, everyone, for singing happy birthday, saying happy birthday to Dan. We're so excited that we wish we could be there with you, but we are not able to, unfortunately, since we're all hi, there's me and Michelle. To say happy birthday to all of you, to you, from everyone, from all of us, that we wish we were with you, but happy 100th birthday, Dan, and we love you.
Long life, long life.
Right? Could you imagine what he's seen as a firefighter? He was a delegate. He was a delegate for the UFA.
Wow.
So, and to his daughter, Michelle, thank you for what you do and keeping us posted about your dad. We hope that he has a really, really great day. And we'll be with you in spirit, just not in person, unfortunately. Yes, happy birthday and many more. Love it.
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm going to do that again because I don't even think that was recording. So these are all of our happy birthdays. Look at everybody. Matthew, Maggie, Camille, Annie, Laura. Happy birthday. Karen.
Ellen.
Happy 100th birthday. Happy 100th birthday, Dan. Have a happy day. That's great. Look at all that. There's Michelle and I saying happy birthday to Dan. And thank you, Michelle, for everything you do. Dan has definitely lived a lifetime. You have to live 2 to 200 to break even with the New York City Fire Department. Tommy Hogan is also a firefighter, Dan, if you're listening. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much, Michelle, and we'll be with you in spirit. We care about you guys very much. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So let's see, there was another question up in here. Let me see if I scroll. Oh, someone wanted to talk about the MLC today. Great. Let's talk about the MLC today. So actually, I was kind of impressed by the conversation, from my understanding that they had a long conversation about the deal that they had made. That's redacted. One of the deals, of course, in the redacted 100 pages that or so. So if you remember, there's about 80 pages. At first we looked at it and it was like 36 or 40. It ends up being 80 that they unredacted. I'm sorry, 80 that they kept redacted when they expanded the redacted file. Now, if there's more than 80 in there, we believe there are. But if they went from like 36 to 80, there's definitely more pages inside. And so part of the issue is that we know from everything that's been distributed that the MLC wanted to save $1 billion with the implementation of the RFP of this healthcare plan. And we're the ones that said to you in the beginning, remember, there's warnings that we had, that there was concerns over its destruction of the stabilization fund, over ending the widows and children's fund, that burden was falling back on the welfare funds to handle the welfare fund benefits for widows and children. That should never have been. And the city refused to address that or fund it since the third quarter.
Wow.
Last year. Yep. And so the $1 billion in savings, they don't tell you in anything that you can see how that will come to fruition, what happens if it doesn't, how it will be met, what bad things would happen, what triggers would happen. So one of the things that we did know, because that was on a document that we were given, was that $100 million would be counted towards savings of that benchmark of $1 billion if they shared the union drug data. That means that voluntarily, the unions have to agree to share their welfare fund drug data. Now, there's several unions that are already telling us they are not doing it, mostly the uniforms. There's a lot of DC 37 unions that are angry about this. Initially, Henry Garrido, in one of the meetings like 2 or 3 months ago, had said that it would be the 5 unions so far that were on the executive board, which would be sanitation, DC 37, the United Federation of Teachers, Local 237, and CWA 1180 were the 5 unions that Garrido and Klinger said have already agreed to send the drug data to the city. I'm sorry, to the United Healthcare, UMR, and the MLC. The drug data would not be going to the city of New York. So when we heard this, many of us were like, why would you do this? You should never set a precedent to send your private health data from your union's drug plan to the health insurance company. Well, why does the health insurance company want it? Well, what they're saying is a bunch of gobbledygook. They want to connect your drug information with your healthcare information and then put it in an AI predictive model for risk assessment, and then to try to create a managed care plan just for you. And so several of the health policy expert people we spoke to today said this is a problem because this is very, very indicative of what United Healthcare has been doing over time, and that there's a lot of people that don't like this. And there's been problems with it with other organizations. There's been some litigation. The only That's a great question, Camille. I was just going to hit on that. How is this even legal? Well, so they had a couple of lawyers come in from the insurance companies. The United Federation of Teachers brought their lawyer in, and they all said it's HIPAA, but there is no HIPAA violation. They can share information restrictively in certain ways, and it's okay. The United Federation of Teachers, Jeff Sorkin was there, and he advocated for it. Like, this is insane that on a dollar value, they would be willing to give up union welfare fund data of not just the members, but their dependent spouse and children.
Wow. They have lost their way. Wow. Wow. That's deep. That's going very deep, really.
Did you know that?
I did not know that, no. Wow. Yeah.
Member and dependents. And it doesn't matter. Nothing's excluded. Mental health is included. Yeah, HIV, AIDS is included. All sorts of diseases are included. What's their argument? Well, the city runs PICA. City has the PICA data. City's already given them PICA data. Okay. PICA data, maybe that should have been one thing where they were talking about how they would control the sharing of data in the PICA plan. Maybe the member who's receiving benefits should be informed that their data would be shared with the insurance company by the city. Here's another kick in the head we were told today. Unions who do not have a union, retirees who do not have a union drug plan, managerial benefit fund people, and anyone on the city rider. You ready for this, Michelle?
No, probably not. But go ahead. Let's hear it. They must be staying up all night thinking about these things. Wow.
From what I'm told today, the city already turned that data over.
Oh.
Because the city, you're buying the rider from the city, and the city shared that data with the union. So now we're being told, how come no one told us this? Like, why didn't I? Says, I wasn't in these meetings. You were in these meetings. Williams says, as a Medicare retiree on senior care, what reason is there for 237 to share my prescription drug data with United Health? So now I'm going to tell you that specific question didn't come up, William. So they're talking about, and actually, that's going to be, I need to snapshot that. That's a really good question. That question did not come up specifically. And even though it didn't come up specifically, I can't rule it out that it's not possible. Because remember what they said to us, that no Medicare retiree was going to be affected by the NYC EPPO plan. And then what happened? The drug plan. That's what they said, right? And then the drug plan affected all the people on on the same drug plan because Emblem was providing the Prime Therapeutics PBM. So it affected everybody. So, William, they did not answer that question, but I will have someone send that in because it would be something I think that they would want because maybe with them trying now, it was announced this week that DC 37 and the United Federation of Teachers announced to their respective committees that there will now be a rebid of senior care. And right, you heard about
That's
Henry.
what Neil indicated to us. Yes, he did say
they're going to rebid senior care. So I don't put anything absolutely past them. They don't put anything. I wouldn't put anything past them. John, I will send you the contract because I thought I sent that to you already, but I will put it in a Google Drive and I will email you after this. Let me just write that down. I am looking specifically for those parts that have the if this information is exposed. I've gone through it. I do not see that part, but we know that it was separate. And I'm just trying to find that memo today. Technology is great, except when it isn't. Our health data has been compromised, and of course we had also asked the unions about that too, and they're also talking about how they would, and we'll have more information on this. We need to digest some of the notes that we were sent today about how they were going to do that. But they did, one of the unions asked specifically about data breaches and what they would handle. What they said was that the unions would still own the data. Well, we're like, big deal. You know, you just gave it to a big, gigantic company that has this ability to take data and crunch it and create a organization specific AI model to try to control costs. So one of the people had said to us that was a health policy people that they kind of make these PPO plans look like Medicare Advantage plans. It's a way of controlling costs. What do you think about that? Yeah, that's what I kept saying. I just kept bobbing my head up and down going, you're making this PPO more like an MA or HMO. Those 5 biggest weighted unions agreed to. We were told, Annie, it was those 5 unions that I mentioned: sanitation, DC 37, UFT, sanitation, DC 37, UFT, CWA 1180, and 237. Now, from what we're also told is that I believe, and we'll definitely confirm, but I believe I'm correct on this to say that sanitation said that they did not want to do this, which is why I think they ended up calling this meeting today, was because more and more unions were saying they did not want to do this. And I think there's a fear that based on the trend, because remember, when you do an insurance RFP, it's usually, and you're in a plan for like this last plan was like 40 something years, you know the health plan's experience. What does that mean? You know how many people are in the plan. You know how many people on an average every month go to the doctor, what doctors they see. So you kind of have they call it experience rating, is what medical procedures, tests, costs this population has used in the last year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. So that's an experience rating that they can evaluation. They can tell how much medical costs that you expended over the last few years, and they kind of make an assumption what you might spend next year. However, with the NYCE PPO, there was no experience. So they're literally off pure projection. And I'm going to assume we're into this plan now 6 weeks. And they're already seeing projections they're probably not liking. So when you make assumptions, you know what they say. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
You and me. That's what they say.
Don't they say that? So there's probably something that they're seeing that they don't like, which is why the push to do this. And remember, they said that they needed at least 75% of the population to give the data over to the MLC and UHC UMR in order to save that $100 million to be applied towards the $1 billion that they promised the city it would pay. So a lot of people were not happy about this. And I still have a lot of stuff I have to go through to go through that. But yes, it's crazy. Any word when Marte would introduce our bill? I'm hearing soon, Tommy. But just so everyone does know, we know that Michael Mulgrew and the United Federation of Teachers has had some issues apparently with our legislation over the last few years. We wrote them and said, we're going to reintroduce this bill. We'd like to do it with your support. If you have any feedback on the language or whatever, please reach out to us. I want you to know I sent that letter on September 5th, my mama's birthday. Can you make a bet, Michelle?
Your mama's birthday.
Yeah, my mama was UFT. I sent the email to Michael Mulgrew on my mama's birthday. Today is February 13th.
Past your birthday.
No, mine was January. I didn't hear from Michael Mulgrew. So Mulgrew has not written us back. But he did say at the delegate assembly yesterday that after Valentine's Day, they would be rocking and rolling, I think, on the Marte thing.
Yeah, okay.
Which explains why, if we heard that right, he's not looking to come help us. He's going to probably fight us again. So, yeah, technology is a great acceptance when it isn't. Our health data had been compromised or hacked multiple times over the years. I'm on my second course of free monitoring. Privacy no longer exists. I hear you, Carrie. And I'm going to tell you, kudos to the unions that reached out to ask us questions because they know we have our circle of health policy experts, and they were equally disturbed by this, and they were asking some really amazing questions today in the MLC, which is huge, right? There's finally leadership is critically thinking, which is freaking phenomenal. And I was very, very happy to know that that was happening. Emblem Health drug plan denied my specialty medicine. So now you guys getting denials. If you're getting denials, there's appeals. Take the appeals. And if they don't let you have the medication, see if you can do an exception, which means that you ask the insurance company to create an exception. And Ellen, I'm sure, could write about this like a novel, that they would allow a drug into the network. Slings and arrows. Ellen, New York City has its own separate PHI statutes. I handled data use agreements for New York City DOHMH with other entities. I am dubious. So, Ellen, I'm going to share something with you when I hang up. and then we will chat. Because this is where this is an issue, because they only talked about federal statutes. They talked about no other issues. People did ask about other local statutes that could potentially govern stronger than the federal HIPAA rule. And they were told that there was nothing else. But they did mention a bill that supposedly that was in the Senate that the governor vetoed. I looked that up. I'll send you that too. But this is an area that I'm sure there will be a lot of people that could use some information on because of what they were saying today. And this is a concern for a lot of people. My belief is that your private medical information, your private health information, if the union in all these decades of union service wanted to give drug data over to insurance company, they would have done it a really, really, really long time ago. But it should be up to the union member or the drug plan member in the sponsor union to opt into data sharing if they so want to. When we had to join when we joined the World Trade Center medical program, we had to opt into data sharing. What they're doing is, if you don't want it, you have to opt out. And when are they going to give you that option to opt out? We're not quite sure on that. It should be when they notify you that that their union is going to do this. Will those unions do that? I have no idea. Or are they going to share the data with you? And the only time that you're going to know it is when you hit a certain trigger, and then the insurance company is going to call you and go, "Hi, it's United Healthcare. I notice you're taking a lot of medications and your expenses are really high, and we'd like to manage your care better." Or that they think that there's something better treatment for you than your doctor's giving you. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think any insurance company should coming in between the care or the direction of my care between me and my doctor.
That's what we've always said from the beginning. We said that very much from the beginning. First of all, they don't have the doctor has a liability. These folks don't have a liability at all. They'll walk right away from you. Yeah. I mean, what's the liability on that? That's a dangerous place to be, really.
Right? Look at William, dirty, rotten scoundrels. I'm telling you. Marianne, what about DC 37 senior care? I was booted off Facebook. Oh, so Marianne, so DC 37 and the UFT said that they were going to rebid senior care. We don't know what that looks like, but trust me, we're looking all over that. And why did Emblem take a year to let us know about the Carrie, I saw that too. That wasn't Emblem. That was actually Anthem. What are other unions going to do? What are the other unions doing who do not want to go? There was no vote taken, but today they pulled no stops. They brought in all the insurance companies to talk to them for the first hour. And then the last hour was a Q&A with a couple of the attorneys. And I think the UFT was the only welfare fund that brought their lawyer, from what I remember. But so that's how it went. And the insurance companies talked first, and they had their attorneys there. And then you had the lawyers talk at the end to the members. And then there was a Q&A. Of the unions with Alan Klinger. I got on late today. I was reading. Yes, because that's how I woke up to this going, the active teachers talking about the welfare funds and the MLC. What I read was the MLC is doing on Friday the 13th is why members are cut out. I'm assuming the discussion. So, yep, Kathy, that's what we were just talking about. What is the MLC's RFP policy? Well, I don't know what you mean by policy. I don't think they have a policy. The RFPs are according to the 1992 agreement, supposed to be negotiated with the unions and the city. So they would look to redo the senior care plan. Can I sue them? I don't know who them is, who you're talking about, the unions, but we're actually making legal inquiry in that as of today. How is the para bill? They deserve a pensionable raise. Well, right now, as far as I know, there is no para bill. That really should be happening at the table, but that's a whole nother story. But I'm not aware of the bill coming back yet. Did the UFT members agree to send the drug data? From what I'm told, yes. And their attorney and their welfare fund director, Jeff Sorkin, was there advocating for it.
That's consistent with their moves.
Like Ellen, I dealt with safeguards, data breaches, and regulatory responses. Okay, Matthew, I'll keep you in the loop on that. What are the negatives to sharing this data? There's a lot of negatives, and I'll be writing about that probably over the weekend, but it's very extensive to share here. You're giving a lot of information more to the insurance company to leverage decisions against you. Now, they say that it won't be used punitively, but punitively is subjective because they did say they would be using it for cost control. To me, that could still be punitive. And it's the way that they're parsing it. So I'll have more on this. I need to digest what I was sent, and it was not a lot of time for me to go over it before here because we've been in back-to-back meetings all day. I went to a general union meeting last night at a chapter meeting. Apparently, there are many active who dropped I don't know what that means. Active who dropped are getting large bills. Of course, I was approved. I don't understand that, Marianne. Oh, they muted me to ask anything. So, George, I honestly don't know. They were drafting some sort of a confidentiality letter out due to pressure, but I'm not sure because nothing's been finalized. People in management benefit fund, Long Beach. There's no confidential anything. There is no redactions whatsoever. There's a reason for HIPAA. Some prominent union leaders are also ushering the policy protection. Yeah. Well, they argued that none of this violated HIPAA and they could do it and they didn't have to tell you about it either. Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. Crazy that you need to fight for medicine that you need. I'm a cancer patient. So, Angela, if you're having trouble getting your cancer medications, please email us at the org. We need to know that. For drugs that are denied, can you definitely tell us how long Prime has to respond to an exception? Which comes first? That's a good question. We've asked Emblem repeatedly to provide this information, and we've not been given it. We told them that they had to lay out all of their prior authorization procedures, their appeal procedures, and their exception procedures. But I will tell you that hasn't arrived yet either. Did you really think it would? Wow. Let's see. I just got a letter from Conduit stating that so this is a company that was doing mailings for Anthem. They had a breach, and it's an old breach. But if you were told that if you got this letter, because not everybody did that has an Anthem card, then what you do need to do is create that account so that you have that protection in place. So all citizens can have their drug data shared with private companies. Well, if your former union or the city lets them. Apparently, the MLC said that the city could share the drug data because it was built into the contract, but no one would have known that because it doesn't appear to be visible in any of the unredacted pages. The unions have to, because they have the contract with their own PBM, the individual unions have to give the consent. But they were being pressured today that they were being held accountable by the city because there was a risk of them being forced into arbitration to pay back money if they didn't do it. And they had to meet these certain benchmarks in order for them to not have any further issue with the city. So one of the guys said something like, well, is the city holding us hostage? What does that say? And yet, would the ransom be your private health information? You and I both worked for the city for a very long time, and yet I've never seen a situation where they would leverage health information for a value. Right?
It's their healthcare too. It's their healthcare too. You're giving up. That's part of you that you're giving up for them to use by way of the business. Just like the AI situation. It's the same thing. But we'll take you right up because we know when you sit down, you'll give us food for thought, really. And folks don't even know this is happening. At least we're here. We're lucky. We're talking about it. We're aware. We're getting it almost the same day it comes out. What about folks who they just don't know? They just don't know.
Camille says, I smell less coverage coming on. We've always said this about that plan because now remember, we were attacked by that group of people down in South Florida. The issue is not the network. The plan design wasn't the issue. It was all of the information that was hidden in the redacted pages. Mm-hmm. And this is one of them. This is the issue. So they get their network, but all of the other people, if you're on an MBF plan, get your drug plan on the rider from the city. If your union agrees to do it, look at what you just did. So this is why we keep saying, and this is yet another reason, and I hate to say this is why retirees are no longer in unions. Our needs are fundamentally different. And if today your union is one of those unions that's arguing that where they're going to give your protected health data over to the city of New York because there's a dollar figure to it to meet a dollar benchmark that they agreed to in an MLC agreement, well, that's just another reason to say, so I cannot support what you're doing, unfortunately. And the retirees organization, our organization, and I know Leo Casey's probably going to be spinning on his head with this, but
Gosh.
This retiree organization is concerned about retirees, your welfare, your health care, and the promises made to you. And we will fight to defend everything that they do to come against you, your health care, your family's health care, whatever it is. If there is a legal path, we will use it. And unfortunately, I think at this point, I can only tell you the unions that agreed to it because I haven't heard about any of it publicly other than what's in the memo is those 5 unions. So if you're not happy with that, you need to reach out to your former unions and let them know how you feel. Because that's going to be the only way that they're going to listen to you, because they're sure as hell not going to listen to me. But that's where, where you maybe have the ability to have an impact. So I think that's about it. So we're just over an hour, just at an hour. Do you have anything you want to tell the peoples?
Only to continue pulling yourself together for the date of lobby. If you have a neighbor, folks that you've met along the way here, DC 37 has its own inter-retirees. We're trying to get the information out there. Those 2 buses, and we're blessed to have them. Those 2 buses should be filled because you're going to tell your story. By the way, your story is already up there. It's been up there a couple of times. And Marianne continues, along with the lobbyists, to make sure that the facts are out there.
Yeah.
But there is nothing, believe me, I have done everything I'm doing, I used to do with the union. I was an officer there. I sat on DC 37. I got it. So there's no new strategy here. The difference between what Marianne does as the leader, or what we do as the leader, and you do, as a in your interest, is to tell the story. How is it hurting you? What is it that you have to worry about? What keeps you up at night?
Yeah.
What is really ending your life? Because I always tell people there's a lot less in front of us that's in back of us. This is not what we plan to do. So we take it very seriously. We may not be jumping around and you may not hear us, but when we go out, we have something to say. So we should I'm sure it'll be a beautiful day. Those are 2 buses. We're going to go over there and we're going to let them know.
Absolutely.
And we're talking for other people too. We're talking for those who can't. This is what I would say. This is what I would say.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that just cannot do the walking or the traveling or, I'm going to drop the chat for the sign up for the buses. Please. Again, into the chat. Thanks for the reminder, Michelle.
Yes. Come have your say. Gather together.
Yeah, and bring someone with you. Yes. Tell us you're bringing a guest with you. Yes. You can bring a person with you. Yes. Tell us you're bringing a person with you. Yes. Or register them as well with you. And then we'll send an email to all of you because we want to do that class. That first training class is going to be February 26th at 6 p.m. on Zoom. And so that'll be the first training that we're going to do to help educate you as to what Lobby Day looks like, what we're doing, where we're going, who we're going to see. Remember, there's a press conference where we have to order T-shirts for that day, T-shirt signs, and lunch and dinner for you guys. So it's a big day. It's a lot to coordinate. So I could really use the help. I have 2 bus captains who I'm sure can handle everything on their own. But if there's more people that are willing to help out the bus captains, because as the bus stops, usually we stop at Sorgady's to have a break and have dinner or lunch or something. At least that way we have to get you back on that bus and leave no man behind, no woman behind. leave no retiree behind.
No retiree
And get back on the bus, make sure the head count is there, and get you back home. So I totally understand, Ellen, that you can't make it. I totally get it. But those that can, please come and bring a friend. We have one more bus to fill, and that's like another 52 people. So please sign up. I dropped the information in the chat. So
put a word out there, because don't assume everybody knows. I got a couple of calls. We did put out the newsletter. That kind of frustrated me a little bit. That's how you can tell who's supporting the organization and who's not, giving donations, because Marianne's letter to us is succinct, But that notwithstanding, I always say to folks, this is your time, because people talk to me, but this is your time. All you have to do is sort it. You can't talk about everything. You only have a set amount of time to do it. We're going to hit a number of different people. And remember, when you're talking to these legislators, they are you, by the way. They are you. If you happen to know them, you could come across your own legislator. That's even sweeter, because they hear your name, but when you say, "Hey, I'm in your unit. I vote," then they start to listen a little, and this is a voting year too, right? We understand that as well.
So Rich Solomon, if you're on DC 37 Med Team, it says pre-Medicare DC 37 Med Team, still with Emblem and Cigna, no PPO, same drugs. Do I need to worry? So you are not on that plan. That's not what we're talking about. But I'm still concerned because they did not say. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. How are they going to know what plan who's on? Is the welfare fund just, my dog is driving me nuts. She's licking her dish like, it's late, mama.
Yes, you got that right.
Because Rich, this is a question, because is the welfare fund just going to dump all of the data over? If I were you, I don't know whose union you are in or were from or whatever, but you need to ask your union and get it in writing. Don't just get it verbally, because they may not know and might just give you any old flip answer. You want to know that question from your if you're an active, from your union, if you're retired, because you're wearing a retired t-shirt, from your former union. And I don't know who your union is, but you should reach out to them and get that question in writing. I will try to get that question in writing as well.
Yeah, keep working on it. Keep hammering them.
As a supposedly union city, why are we giving business? Well, that's a whole nother show.
You got it.
Can we take those issues to the feds? No, they're saying it's not, but not federally violation of HIPAA, but we'll still ask the lawyers. Local 375. Oh, so you're Mr. Troman. I would call Mr. Troman and ask Mr. Troman. Right, Michelle?
I would. That's what I would do. That's where I would start. He needs to know he has some active retirees that are active. They may not have been active when they were members, but they're active now. So he needs to have some answers. Absolutely. 375, by the way, was my former local.
I hear you. This is crazy. All right. So, John, I don't know what little king's crown on the chat means. I don't see any crowns. I don't know what you're absolutely talking about. So, all right, guys, I'm sure Michelle's going to want to go to dinner. My dog wants to eat. I got work.
Know your priorities. Mm-hmm.
So
it's been good. I appreciate that. We're hoping Marianne is trying to get some of the folks that are behind the scenes, that help her move this organization along more and more. I don't know how many of you were that active. I mean, really active. We always believe, I say that we're the bedrock. We as the retirees are the bedrock of tomorrow's union. And they're not looking too well right now. Folks who weren't on earlier, I just said, after 14, 15, maybe 20 years, finally, there's movement in ASME. The top captain there, by way of what's his name now? Now I forgot.
Of where?
For ASME.
Lee Saunders.
Lee Saunders, and also
Lee retired. Amen. For Lee retired.
That will be coming in June and July. Coming in July. How could I forget that? It'll be coming in June and July. So I know already with something like that happening, everything from that point down Okay, so you're going to probably see action here locally that's going to move a little bit faster. So we should be doing the same thing. This is our hour. No more tricks in 2026. This is our hour, and we're going to get to it. Okay, just keep yourself healthy. That's the goal.
Cool.
That's
all right.
the goal.
That's perfect. Wonderful.
Marianne, thank you so much for this time. Really, always, anytime.
I'm glad you could come hang out with us.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Matthew, next week, open mic for people to share experiences. Oh. Okay, so next week, next Friday, let's do a couple of. We can do that, Matthew. That's a great idea. If you guys have been on a Medicare Part D plan on the marketplace and chose to get out of the city plan, and you want to share some of your experiences, come on, and we'll ask you here, or let me know in advance, and we'll send you a little invite like we did for John Luke, and he can come in and talk to us about your experience about the plan so that other people can take a look at it. There was a fear. And honestly, I wish more of you got off the damn city plan, because paying $180 for a drug plan is ridiculous. But we learn. You good?
We're good.
All right. So you guys have a great weekend.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Stay healthy. Stay healthy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Or love the one you're with. You're right about that. You're right about that.
Yeah. Or
take care, all.
All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Love ya. Take it easy, chick.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. The tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life, you know you can't pretend. The days pass by. Baby said